Hey, welcome back to Inside the Vandals. Tom Purvis here with you, and we're joined now by Vandal Volleyball head coach Debbie Buchanan, the longest tenure coach in volleyball history. Coach, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I got to ask you, 16 years, and when you look back, how much is it just a blur?
It seems like I got here yesterday. When you look at it, I don't think you ever think that you're going to be in one spot for that long. Definitely didn't think I would be here for 16 years, but Idaho's been great. Their support, the administration. Really, I think, what Idaho has to offer, and you look at colleagues that have taken other jobs, and the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And the biggest reason is, my kids are in a college town. They ride their bikes. They're kids. They walk to where they want to go, and, we don't really have to worry about the crime rate or something happening to them. And it allows us to be able to do what, we do from an employment standpoint.
From a coaching standpoint, what advantages does it give you to be in the same spot for a long time, just that familiarity?
Well, I think, obviously, for us, we haven't had a lot of turnover. We have kids that stay. They enjoy their career here. And so with that, recruiting-wise, you get kids on campus, you can sell it, they see the longevity, what you've been able to do. And so I think from that standpoint, the community, things that are going on. And we're really able to help our current student athletes. We have a lot of them that, hey, coach, I think I want to be a nutritionist. All right, well, let's hook you up with someone we know in the community, and let's see if that's what you want to do, or I want to be in physical therapy. And so we've been able to do some outside hands-on stuff with contacts that, I've been able to make over the 16 years to give those kids kind of that hands-on experience, and they've come back and some are like, I don't think that's what I want to do. I think I want to try something else. And, so at least they can try some of those things. And, so I think there's a lot of benefits, but really trying to help the kids that are here as much as we can.
4 games into Big Sky play for you guys. What have you seen from your team so far, and how do you evaluate the start?
We knew that either, if we get past the ball, we're going to have some potential. We've been passing fairly well. I think we've only had a couple matches where we've broken down a little bit. But our team is interesting in the way that we have 10 kids that are freshmen, redshirt freshmen, sophomores. We have 1 junior, and then we have 4 seniors, and out of those 4 seniors, 2 of them are coming back from ACLs. And so, it's a little bit different scenario. And right now, the difference in our team, we're getting closer, we're getting better as the time goes on. We're big at the pins, we're shutting some teams down. We still have to reduce our errors, and it's from the seniors all the way down to the freshmen. And, and that's the problem is, your upperclassmen need to make less errors to allow your freshmen that are playing for the first time to be able to make a few more errors. And so that's kind of our challenge right now is can we reduce those errors and can we increase our offense? Obviously, you take some of those hitting errors out, some of the little errors that are causing some issues, and there's a difference in a match. So we have the potential, we're getting closer, we're just battling through some of that.
And obviously with the young team, you're going to have that adjustment period. How much longer does it take to get it going with the young team? And then also, is it exciting when you have a team up and coming like this?
Yeah, the potential that we see in this team is amazing, especially when you look at where we're at now, what we have coming. And, we lose 4 seniors this year, and then next year we only lose 1. So in the next 2 years, we're only losing 5 kids. And you see the kids coming in, the kids that we have, and, I think we're going to build something, pretty cool, and these kids are going to be able to do something pretty amazing. Right now, we're shutting teams down from a defensive standpoint on the pins. We're young in the middle. We're still making some read mistakes. We have 2 true freshmen. Tori's out with an ab tear, so we've had some injuries that we're trying to work around. So, with that, we're weak in the middle, and so we're really loading on our pins to make teams have to make a decision on what we're doing, which is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. In the past, we've run a 5-1, but we had 2 junior middles, 2 senior middles that were pretty established. They could run a bunch of stuff. They could create offense. And right now with where we're at, we're not getting as much offense in the middle, trying to take the pressure off the middles. So can we load at the pins?
Second year now for you guys in the Big Sky. How different is it from the first year, and even how different is the conference than the WAC was?
I think the WAC was more of, you saw bigger teams that were more physical. The Big Sky is a different style of play. You see some smaller kids that more ball control, more defense. And so that's the difference is, we've been really having to make our defense better, and ball control better, our passing better, so we can do the things offensively that we need to. And, and we're getting there. I think we're better this year than we were last year in those areas. It's just we're dealing with some young kids that are still working through some things, and we're going to be there. I mean, I have no doubt. I love the the dynamics that we have. I don't like losing. That's an issue. That's why I'm getting my wrinkles again. But it's can we keep focused on the right things, keep everyone's head in the right spot, because we are getting better. We are battling with some of these teams. We just have to keep believing it, and it's a day-by-day process with these kids.
Last year, you guys, obviously a big loss to you guys was Meredith Koba, a significant knee injury for her. Now she's back playing for you guys. What was that recovery like from how you saw it, and how impressed were you by the recovery?
Well, I think, for her to be back in 9 months is huge. Most kids have a longer waiting span, so they can, kind of work through some of the little kinks where we didn't really have that. And so, she's cleared 100%. We haven't seen her be 100% yet. And that's the process of a knee. I think, there's some things that go along with that, and we're still working through some of that. I think we're getting closer to where we can try to push her a little bit more. But, as a coach, you have to really make sure that we're listening to the symptoms and, making sure that we're doing the right things and not, just doing putting her in all the way around right now until we know that she can jump multiple times in practice, and that we don't have any effects from it, that she can then still play in a match. And so, it's a process, and that's what we're working through right now, and really trying to make sure that everything that we're doing is the best well-being for her as an individual, and that, we're working through the right things to get her towards the end of the season to maybe, she is blocking if we need her to. We can jump into 5-1 if we need to. But we have a lot of growth to happen before we get there with not only our middles, but just getting her more and more reps.
When you do lose a setter like that, and what is it like losing a setter, a good setter, and then also just, even though she's not back 100% physically, just mentally having her mind out on the court?
Yeah, anytime. I mean, obviously when we lost her, it was a huge loss. She was a big part of what we were doing, and especially, it's like having a quarterback, that's running a team. It's the same exact thing. And so, for her mentally to be back, I think it's great. She's still working on things, and she's going to keep improving every week. She's going to keep getting better from all aspects, physically, emotionally, mentally, all of those things that she's doing. And, you're going to keep seeing her improve as time goes on. You're going to see our team improve. So, I think for all of us, it's awesome that she's back, and, she's obviously a big part of what our team's doing. It's different running a 6'2", but I think that's kind of where, we believe that we need to be right now. We're going to stick with it, and keep pushing to get her doing more and more as the season goes on.
She's volleyball head coach Debbie Buchanan. Coach, again, thanks so much for your time.
Yep, thank you.
Coming up, we take a look at the Vandals week in soccer, and we also take a look at a feature on one of the best young players for the Vandals. That's next on Inside the Vandals.